Welcome to another episode of the Jampack Report, today for May the 14th of 2021, and we're feeling nostalgic, we're feeling thankful on today's show, because it looks like we are kicking off the 20th anniversary of Xbox a few months early. This news comes from the Xbox Wire, from Major Nelson himself, who is celebrating 20 years of Xbox. In short, the original Xbox and Halo Combat Evolved both launched on November 15th, 2001 in North America, and it forever changed the trajectory of the gaming industry. Obviously, having a new platform is something that is transformative for the space, but on top of that, Halo Combat Evolved built the foundation for first-person shooters from that point forward. Halo was the first game that truly proved you could have a first-person shooter that played very well on consoles. Previously, first-person shooters were by and large on PC almost exclusively, but Microsoft took that dual thumbstick approach and really changed the game with it. And so that's whenever you saw a lot of developers shift and say, hey, we could do something really cool here. And so then you see the entire industry begin to grow and evolve, not just because of Xbox, but that team certainly played a very large part in it. But Major Nelson kicks everything off with some celebrations of how far we have come technologically. Back in the day, games were played in 640 by 480, you had 8 gigs of storage, and 64 megabits of memory to enjoy them with. And of course, Xbox Live was not a thing, so if you wanted to play multiplayer, you better have a friend or 2 or 3 to go ahead and sit down on that couch with and get some games on. But what is coming in the weeks and months ahead? Starting today, you've got some merch that has dropped. You can see the entire collection on gear.xbox.com, and then some anniversary-themed wallpapers that I've downloaded and put on my phone if you do want to download those. Of course, on the Xbox consoles themselves, on the Xbox Series X and S owners, the dynamic background is available now, the original. It brings back that original Xbox home screen, and there is a gamer pick waiting for you. Of course, more merch is on the way, and plenty of celebrations, I am sure, will come at E3 next month. But everything kicked off yesterday with a little stream of Halo Combat Evolved and Halo the Master Chief Collection on twitch.tv/Xbox, and plenty more news is on the way. Again, transformative company here for the gaming industry. It is fantastic to see this celebration from Microsoft that is commemorating 20 years of Xbox. And of course, the merch is great. You know, the wallpapers are fun, but the impact this brand and the games that have come because of it has had on the gaming industry, that cannot be understated. And so I'm really happy to see celebrations of the 20th anniversary. But on top of that, the next 20 years are looking bright as well, with Xbox Game Studios working with Tencent's TiMi on a new game experience. Of course, this is the mobile developer from Tencent, and they have announced a strategic partnership, saying, quote, "Through this strategic cooperation, TiMi Studio Group will carry out multi-dimensional and in-depth cooperation and communication with Xbox Game Studios, jointly create excellent game content, and bring brand new game sensory experience to players," end quote. This is the team behind some very important mobile games, including Call of Duty Mobile, as said here on Windows Central, Honor of Kings, and Crossfire Legends. What brings me hope is Call of Duty Mobile. A truly mobile Halo experience would blow up in the gaming space if done properly. But even outside of that, there are so many other options for how to best utilize the Xbox library that the possibilities are really limitless. But it does seem that Microsoft is focusing on getting some mobile-specific titles on the way, and that does make sense considering how heavily they are investing in the mobile space through cloud gaming. Even if these are potentially ports that could be on the Xbox Series X and S or on mobile devices, to be able to have these mobile-first experiences or mobile-compatible experiences is very, very important. I will say, I have been playing a lot of Halo Spartan Assault recently, which is effectively a dual thumbstick shooter that I'm pretty sure was developed specifically for mobile devices back in the day. I'll have to look into that a bit more, but it feels like a mobile game that has gotten a new coat of paint, that has been enhanced. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic time. Loving it. Having a great experience with Halo Spartan Assault. But I would love to see it on a mobile device, on the App Store, and really promote it, even at that. And so with that being said, I think there is certainly something here with Tencent. I think there is certainly a lot of possibility with what they could bring to the table. But Xbox Game Studios and Tencent are looking to bring some new game experiences on the go, and I think that's probably a pretty wise decision considering the impact that mobile is having on today's industry and its future. But speaking of the future, E3 is on the way, and new online portal and app details have officially been revealed. In short, they have developed this hub around E3 2021 that gives you access to the live streams, the coverage, and all of the information you need to know. Beginning on June 12th, the public version of the online portal will give access to exhibitor booths, lounges, which are online gathering spots for all E3 attendees, forums, which are special boards for focused online discussion and sharing among attendees, leaderboards, which have been gamified show elements that can be collected and displayed, encouraging fans to interact in as many ways as possible, and of course, profile creation, so you can set up your profile and attend the event in this virtual kind of way. As they announced last month, they've got some pretty big hosts coming here. You see them on the right side. You have Greg Miller, of course, an icon in the gaming industry, Alex Goyenboy Mendez, and Jackie Jing, and many major publisher showcases, press conferences, and industry panels on the way as well. So stay tuned. E3 is looking to ramp up, but this is a wise move, in my opinion, if executed properly. Mobile is a big way that a lot of people do bring in their media, and to be able to have a hands-on mobile experience is something that will not only increase engagement, but also on top of that, really bring a lot more limelight into E3 2021. While it had an off year last year, I think that E3 is going to be back with a vengeance this year, especially with a lot of support across the industry itself. So stay tuned. We'll be covering E3 here on the channel, but on top of that, download the app if you do want to download that, and it's going to be available on June the 7th with media access beginning on Monday, June 7th. So you can download that on your app store of choice. In the meantime, though, you can look forward to these new DualSense wireless controllers, which are dropping next month. You have Midnight Black and Cosmic Red. Now, in short, these are just two different colors for two different controllers, but man, does this make me hopeful for the future. Midnight Black is effectively what a lot of people have been looking toward whenever they think about PlayStation. And so if I'm looking for a Midnight Black controller, I would love to have a Midnight Black console. Perhaps some faceplates are on the way. I know that was part of the conversation back around the launch of the consoles. But hey, this Cosmic Red looks pretty good too. However, it will run you $5 more. So this Midnight Black controller is $69.99. The Cosmic Red is $74.99. But no matter how you cut it, pretty good deal here, especially with the tech that you see built into this controller. While I don't think personally it's been the groundbreaking revolution, there's the word that I'm looking for, that Sony was probably hoping that it would be, a lot of people enjoy the DualSense haptic feedback. They enjoy that additional level of depth that it does bring. For instance, in Returnal, you can feel the raindrops in your controller grips as it's raining on your planet. That adds a new level of depth. Some people hate that. Some people turn it off. Some people feel like it intrudes on the gaming experience and can distract from it. And that's perfectly fine. You can turn that off. But for those that are super into the experience, I think it does bring something that is deeper. But I certainly don't think that Microsoft is looking at this and saying we should do that. That's something we should invest in, because it seems like developers are taking advantage of it. But it's slightly more popular than the touchpad on the DualShock 4 at this point in time, I personally think. You can let me know what you think in the comment section down below, but a certainly fantastic looking controller and a pair of new colors here for you, available in just a couple of weeks. Then we have a Play at Home 2021 update. You get free in-game content and more. So if you're picking up a new DualSense controller, here's some stuff you can play. Starting on May 17th, 2021, the following in-game content and virtual currency is available for free via PlayStation Store from Monday, May 17th until June the 6th. You have stuff in Rocket League, Brawlhalla, Destruction All-Stars, MLB The Show 21, NBA 2K21, Rogue Company, World of Tanks / World of Warships, and Warframe. And then starting on May 20th of 2021, in Call of Duty Warzone, you can pick up 5 double XP tokens. So all things considered, a lot of games to dive in here and play. Overwhelmingly, a lot of cosmetics, some in-game currencies. For instance, with MLB The Show 21, you have some packs, so not as good as the free games we've seen in the weeks past, but it is something to consider. It is something to mull over if you've already got a PlayStation subscription, or if you play on PlayStation primarily. There's some freebies for you to pick up. So if you do want to check out some in-game content, there you have it. This summer is looking pretty good. Finally, to round out today's show, Ghostrunner 2 has been confirmed for new-gen consoles and PC. That is literally the entire story. There are no details really to share outside of that, but this is coming from 505 Games, who will assume full publishing duties after acquiring the IP and replacing All In Games, who published the first game, according to Marcus Stewart, associate editor at Game Informer. All in all, this game is out right now across all consoles and PC. And it's something that I think is very interesting. I love the aesthetic of it. I heard that it was a very short game, and currently I think it's on sale for 15 bones if you do want to pick it up. Doesn't sound like too much of an investment. But according to Marcus here, it did not run as well as it could have on PC. Or excuse me, it did not run as well as it could have on consoles, but was a stellar experience on PC, so hopefully we'll see some kind of maybe next generation upgrade coming for the original. But again, Ghostrunner 2 is coming exclusively for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, so I'm betting that one is going to be a much smoother experience overall. But that rounds out today's show. If you enjoyed it, drop me a like down below and let me know what you think about everything we talked about here today. But are you excited for the 20th anniversary of Xbox? And how are you celebrating if you are? Would love to hear what you have to say. But until Monday, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon, and peace.